It's Prince's world, and we're just lucky that we get to live in it. Today we're adding Kiss by Prince to the rotation. Welcome to Soular Rock Radio, where freedom is a frequency. Now, Prince started his career doing whatever it is that he wanted to do. When he was 19, Warner Brothers wanted to get Maurice White from Earth, Wind & Fire to produce his first album, and he said that he would produce it himself. They wanted to bring in all the top musicians from around the country, but he said that he would play everything himself. And he did, setting the tone for the creative control that he would maintain for the rest of his life. Now, part of the reason that Prince turned down the idea of Maurice White producing his album was because it was the end of the 70s, and he knew that disco was on its way out. He was much more concerned with new sounds. And over the course of his career, those sounds would span everything from funk to R&B, soul, jazz, pop, rock, country, hip-hop. Hip-hop, not so much. But it's important to understand that Prince was the whole package. I mean, he wrote, he produced, he arranged, he performed, and invented so much music that we will never, ever hear all of it. And I'm not just talking about for himself. I mean, he wrote hits for so many artists that shaped the sound of the 80s. And one such song was Kiss. Now, the story goes that he gave an acoustic demo of the song to the band Maserati to help them finish their debut album. Maserati's bass player, Brown Mark, was also the bass player in Prince's band, The Revolution. They fleshed it out a bit, and when Prince heard their version, he was like, yeah, I'ma need that back. And then he proceeded to do princely things like remove the bass. Now, this isn't the first time he did such an unheard of thing. 2 years earlier, when he finished When Doves Cry, he felt something wasn't right, and he said, if I could have it my way, it would sound like this. And then he muted the bass. Now, Jill Jones, who was a vocalist in the session, told him he should have it his way. Go back and listen. When Doves Cry has no bass, and it was also his first #1 record. Now, Prince is an architect of the Minneapolis Sound, which is a unique take on funk that blends other elements like the synthesizers and pop sounds that define the 80s. The Lynn drum machine, for example, expanded sonic possibilities. But it's generally understood that funk is just as much about what you don't play as what you do. Prince took this to an extreme by removing the instrument that in many ways is the foundation of the rhythm. But he did this elsewhere. Now, Prince is known for many things, but for whatever reason, most folks don't immediately associate him with being a guitarist or one of the greatest to ever touch the instrument. And I'm also talking about him being overlooked by other guitar players. Yo, it is criminal that he is regularly absent from lists of greatest guitar players. But if you find yourself in doubt, check out what he did on While My Guitar Gently Weeps in tribute to George Harrison at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And there will never, ever be any questioning of his guitar prowess. But lead playing is one thing. Yo, Prince's rhythm guitar playing was truly something phenomenal. On Kiss, he opens with that iconic riff. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. And then there's that chicken grease type thing throughout. Now, these guitar parts weren't on the Maserati version. Prince knew what it is that he needed to add, and he knew what he needed to take away, like the bass, but never leaning too far in one direction or the other. And he was right. Soular Rock is a constant state of balancing, and in Kiss, like much of his music, Prince perfected it. This has been Soular Rock Radio, where freedom is a frequency, and we frequent it frequently. You already know the deal. Be sure to hit the link in the description for the Soular Rock Radio playlist. Like, subscribe, and let your friends know that we are building a Soular Rock movement, and I want you to be a part. So until next time, peace.